Tune in today. I'm out exploring some abandoned places, and if you saw my short yesterday, you saw this cabin behind me, which I did a live stream earlier where I walked through it. Of course, you can see. We'll flip the camera around here. It's got a we got a lot of trees down. Winter storm fern. If you had to deal with winter storm fern, you know that it was pretty detrimental for this area. I live in northeast Mississippi, and winter storm fern was awful. We went without water for 10 days. Went without electricity. It looks like plucked chicken. So it's pretty detrimental. It's pretty detrimental out here. Of course, you got the old barn there. Zoom in. I don't know that I can get to the front of the barn. I've had a few requests to explore it. It didn't take much of a beating. It had a few limbs, I think, to dent the tent a little bit, but I could probably get up there, but there's a pretty big tree down in front of it. I'm gonna try to get that cleared so I can a little more safely get in the entryway, and then we'll do a video of it. I'll explore the barn, check it out. It's still in pretty good shape. Of course, this cabin behind me, I'm surprised it didn't take any more licks than it did. It definitely was already in bad shape. Of course, I thought about putting a tarp on the roof or something to keep the water from continuing to damage it, but I think at this point I think it's pretty well in vain. I've had several requests to get some better shots of this thing. I don't think I showed this in my live stream earlier, but the floor is actually, I don't know where it shifted, but I think what happened is I think the actual floor, well, let me rephrase that. I think the cabin actually just sank down to the ground, and I think the floor joists that were under it just kind of rotted. So now we're actually sitting directly on the ground in this old cabin. So you can see where the walls buckle a little bit there, and we are just yeah, this thing, I don't think it's savable at this point. I think it's pretty much just on the ground. But for those of you just tuning in, I'm just exploring an old cabin today. Looking at some damage from Winter Storm Fern, which was pretty brutal. As you can see there, we got some nasty pine trees. I had a comment, Mr. Casey Hoagland, I hope I said that right. Said, what are you doing? Well, I'm out exploring today. I'm checking out an old cabin and the remnants of what was left of it. And you can see here it's again in pretty rough shape. You can see a few things left over there. Some really pretty wood was used in this thing, though. Look at that loft up there. A lot of rot. But if we go outside, get in some better light here, you can see an old barn down there. Now this end of this cabin is still up off the ground. You can see the rock supports there. There's some more right here where it's actually setting up on rocks. So everything within that little area is still pretty stable. But unfortunately, I don't think it's long for this world. We're gonna go down here, check out these other buildings if we can, and see. And I want to encourage you, if you're an explorer like me and you enjoy getting out and about and checking out abandoned places, just be careful. This time of year, there's already some snakes coming out. There's some other varmints. And if you're walking in an area like this, I mean, it's just, overrun with, right now, just pine limb stuff. These things are really easy to slip on and get caught up in. So just be careful. So this building, let's see what we got here. See if I can get you guys a good shot. what we got going on here. Looks pretty old. We got some, looks like an old shed of sorts. What do you guys think this was? Any opinions? Of course, that's a barn, pretty obviously there. It's got a loft too. If we can get around to the front, we'll check that out. Let's actually see. I guess this is a side stable. Let's see if we can get a better shot here. Bear with me, folks. Oh yeah, still in pretty good shape too. Put a horse in there, some goats. Let's see how heavy this pine limb is that's weighing down on it. I think we can, well, we're gonna have to. So it looks like during the winter storm, a pretty big pine limb fell, probably from way up there. And luckily, it don't look like it did any damage, but it just bent the tin down a little bit right there. So next time I'm up here and have a helper bring a saw, and we'll get that sawed off and get that removed so that it doesn't do any damage. And this area, you can tell it was overrun with bamboo, and someone actually came and cut a lot of it a few years ago, and it's already coming back. This stuff's very invasive, so if you have a property, don't let it get overrun with bamboo. It's a nightmare. The stuff's great for fishing poles and other things, but look at that. Look how tall that is. And that's from less than 3 years of growth. Somebody asked about the animal over there. You may have to clarify your question. I don't have any animals out here with me, or at least I don't think I do. I hope I don't. Look at that barn wood there. There's some kind of gnats are swarming. I don't know what those are, but I definitely don't want to get into them. So you can see this little building, whatever this was, a shed or what have you, looks like it took some hits during the storm. Let's see if I can get, I'm trying not to get tangled up in all this stuff, but it's a pretty good maze. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get through that. Which there will be a part 2 to this video. Don't worry, folks. But yeah, you can see the roof of that old building. It looks like it. I don't know if you can see real good there, but it looks like it took a pretty good hit from the tree limb there. That's a big tree limb. Look at that. This whole limb going out here, it come off that. I mean, it's really the top half of the tree split off and just fell. For the folks that don't know, here in North Mississippi, this winter storm was no joke. I mean, it was detrimental. It absolutely obliterated most of the tree canopy. But it looks like a tornado or something come through, and it didn't. There wasn't a tornado. Got some pretty good rot going on there. This old building. Some of this siding. Looks like the structure underneath still peeked through the hole there. Looks like the structure underneath still relatively good, but unfortunately most of the siding is a little worse for wear. Let's take another peek at all those cans. Wow, that's a scrap pile right there. Got a lot of limbs down there. It's so bad though, I don't know. This stuff will never be cleaned up completely. I mean, the tree limbs and things that fell during Winter Storm Fern are just awful. I mean, the trees, there's so many. There's the old cabin up there. You can see it. And looks really small from right here, but that would have actually been a really great place to hang out, and maybe a little hunting cabin, or a place just to exist and have some quiet time. It's just a shame that a tree fell on it. So where are all my viewers watching from today? I'm doing a lot of. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. I just wanted to show everybody the damage from Winter Storm Fern. It was just a really terrible thing, and I hope you didn't have to deal with it. So thanks for watching, and thanks for tuning in.